You're listening to All in Our Heads with Joe Fernandes and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Yo, welcome everybody to the All in Our Heads podcast live Sunday night edition, Father's Day Jubilee extravaganza of greatness and kindness.
That's a big flyer.
Yeah, it's a big flyer. And we're here, Mike Gaffney and his tiki torches doing the tribal council from Maywood, New Jersey.
Yeah, you would think I was in the Bronx.
Wait, real quick, before that, please join the chat. Give us a lot of thumbs ups, hearts, ha-has, and wows. Just keep pressing that button, and it helps us. Go, Mike, you.
You would think that I'm in the South Bronx right now. There's, like, dogs barking, pit bulls barking, and it was like a whole Spanish family just singing, like, together. Everybody was just singing. And I'm like, just as we're getting ready to go on, I'm like, No.
Yeah.
No, man. It's after 9 o'clock, man. Wrap your day up. You guys been out here all day. Now it's time for me to come out.
That's it. Remember we talked about doing like a podcast from my fire pit, like having people? Mm-hmm. I don't even know when it would happen because since quarantine, my neighbor behind me, nice Spanish guy and his girlfriend,
right?
They just have huge parties blasting music like every night. So the audio would be awful. I mean, we'd probably get hit for like copyright infringement on YouTube and like just videos taken down just for the bleeding in music. But it's so weird. Like I don't know what the story is over there. Like I met him and his girl, very nice, but they got some white people staying there, or they're just there a lot. I don't know who they are. They don't look related to either one of them.
Right.
But like, so him and his wife, there's a lot of Spanish music. It sounds good, you know what I mean? You get into it. Who doesn't like Spanish music?
I love it.
But then like you can always tell when the white guy's out there because it's like slit your wrist grunge 90s music. Like, you know, I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill? You're like, oh, I know whose party is happening now.
Well, maybe they rent a room out to them or like the basement.
Maybe, but they hang very social, as if like, you know,
they're like crew.
They're crew. It's not like,
yeah.
If I rented a room out someone, I'd be like, you want to hang out at all our parties? Like, I don't know, man. This is.
we have firecrackers. Not even firecrackers.
Sounds like somebody running through leaves.
It's it's those. You ever go to like CVS or fucking Target has like those fireworks they can sell now, but they're really just sparkly. You ever see them? Like now they sell fireworks in Jersey.
Do they? I thought it was illegal.
Yeah.
But no, sparklers and shit?
There are a lot of different types of, and they're like flames up in like, different colors and like little sparklers, but nothing explosive. It's very tame. And that's what that was. It's just like, and it's like, that's really it. That's it. It looks nice. It's pretty. Maybe the colors will go about 5 feet in the air, like off the ground. Nothing flies out of the air. Everything you put the little thing on the ground, you light it, and it just and like little sparks come out. It's cute. It's cute.
Cute fireworks.
Yeah, we did it last year for I think Memorial Day. I just put it out in the backyard. We went and got like a couple boxes, and I lit up a few at the same time, and it was like our grand finale. And it was like, it's cute, man. It's just not
the
major.
Grand finale.
I've been saying cute like 2 days in a row. Something's up.
Oh, that's your word of the month.
Yeah, what's up with that? No, I'm not even saying it like in a cool.
Is that what you said when you met James to hang out? He's like, "Oh, my shirt." You're like, "It's cute."
It's cute, man.
It's a cute shirt, James. Nice.
I said it when I was in that town, man. Have you never been to Jim Thorpe, right?
Nah, I've driven through it, but I never hung there.
You've driven on the outskirts because this is like inside. It's like a block and a half. It's a very weird little winding street, and the houses look like from like fucking Civil War times. Like all the storefronts just look really old and like cool, and there's like all little shops and restaurants
Antiques and shit.
Yeah, it looks really like if you went, like I'm gonna be honest with you, sitting there looking at like all the trees had like those hanging lights and like hanging lights off of people's front porches and people's houses had like little lights around the windows and stuff. I was like, I want to walk through here with a girlfriend. This is like a nice little town to walk through hand in hand. Like, oh, you want to go grab a frappuccino? It's just cute.
PA's got a lot of those cute little towns. Like I did a gig. I forget which company sent me out there, but it was like a firehouse gig. I took Eric Bronstein with me, and like we played the firehouse, and it looks like one of those old school firehouses, like right out of Hollywood movie. Just
right.
It was like, and the whole town was just like one of those old. But yeah, you're driving trees. Get off this exit, and you're in this little downtown area, and you're like this. Restaurants and
like so they say at Christmas time they have the whole little block is decorated like Christmas tree, and then if they'll put fake snow, if there's no snow they'll put fake snow and have like cow. Yeah, it's cute. So and it was just like really nice looking building lit up, and I took a picture of it and I was like, this is a cute little town. I'm like, I've been in my house way too long because I just said this is a cute little town. Like I'd never give a fuck about how cute something is. But I was sitting out front, and it was all like little cute like stuff. And I'm like, I would like to have a girlfriend right now to walk down a block with my hand, holding my hand, and just like, oh, you want to go over there and look at that? Oh, look at those. Oh, let's go grab a coffee. Let's go. You know what I mean? It's just nice. It's a nice little block. So they have at the end of the block, they have this like old train station all lit up and they were doing train rides, and you would go. In the old time train, it would go up into the mountains, like the woods, and it'd be like, just like a nice little scenic hour train ride. And it was like James said, it was like $7. But one of the guys from town was telling us how the owner was like paying taxes. It was charging very little, and they wanted to hit him for like $500,000, like some sort of like big bill, and he's like, no, and the politicians fucked it up, and he left and went like a next town over. They fixed up their train station, and he just goes out from there. And he still drives through their town. He's like, he comes through the town, but this town sees none of the money. Because they couldn't shut their mouths, he said. They couldn't just shut the fuck up. That was the guy who said, there's like politicians, they're yellow, then they're ripe, and then they're rotten. Or they're green, they're ripe, and then they're rotten. But he said they're trying to work something out to bring the trains back. So it's nice. They have also a little river, so they do like whitewater rafting and kayaking down the river. It's just a nice little area. But I just was like, I can't believe I said this is a cute little town.
Sorry I left. My dog wanted to come in.
I heard him.
I didn't want to. Oh, you heard him? Okay, good. As long as the listeners heard.
I heard, and then you got up, and I was like, he must be trying to get in the room.
I was like, I don't want to break his story by telling him. He'll know where I went.
Yeah, I know where you went.
Yeah. I know where he's at.
Anyway, the town was so cute. I was like, look, cute little town, and I was like, this would be the time to have a girlfriend. Then we left and got on, Pennsylvania Turnpike, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Brian Cerullo, happy Father's Day, fellas. Happy Father's Day to you, Brian.
Bri guy. Congratulations. His band is getting back together. I read like a blurb. His band, he had like a 90s punk band. They're fucking awesome. And they're releasing all their music like as this big like anniversary release of all their music on all the platforms, which is awesome.
Oh, awesome, man. I got to check it out.
Blue Child, they're fun, man. They were good, man. They were fun. I went to see them a couple times. They were good, man. They were good.
Oh, that's awesome. My stepson told me that's the day before Father's Day. He referred to me as Joe, the guy who never ages.
Really? Nice.
I was like, you the man. So either I looked like shit 15 years ago, or I just keep staying better. Dude,
you're negative.
You look just as shitty today as you did 15 years ago.
Your shit doesn't get any worse. It's been shitty for 50 years. It's good.
Yeah. He said they're not getting together. They're just releasing everything. Cool. Let me know. I'll get it, man. I'll get it.
Yeah, man.
For sure, dude. For sure. Oh, speaking of releasing everything, here's my album cover.
There you
buy
go.
that. Little segue. Go buy that wherever you get your audio. Thanks for the people that have been giving me reviews. I appreciate that. That shit's been helping. And there's my little commercial. See, I'll bring it back later. Anywho, yeah. So I don't age according to my stepson. So I'm gonna keep him another year. You can live here. I earned a whole nother year. Justin.
Or Nick?
Justin.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it's a great gift.
You've been like pretty much with him since he's like 7, right?
5.
Roughly?
I met him when he was 5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
when did you
he turned 5. He turned 5 December, and then I met him the following summer, so he was like 5.5.
Okay, and how old was he when you guys moved in together?
8.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 8 when we moved in together.
So you've been around. Those years are like important, formable years. They are. I know young age is important too, but that I don't know, man. 7 to 12 years old.
Yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about like when I first moved in, because he was a little guy, and
right.
I'm the step boyfriend at this time. We're just living there, and I told him a story he didn't remember, because we're living together. I'm off a lot during the week. Kerry's off at work, and one time he was a kid. He was little, and he's in the bath, and all I hear from the bathroom is crying. He was just like, and I'm like, I go, "You okay in there?" He goes, "Joe, can you help me?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, what?" And I was like, open the door. And I didn't ask him what happened prior, but let's just say there was shit all over the place.
Right.
But I'm talking shit. It looked like firecrackers were putting it. I don't even know how it got where it got.
And how old was he?
7, maybe.
Okay.
7, and I didn't know what to do, because he's not that comfortable with me yet.
Yeah, I get it. You're not that comfortable.
I felt so bad. It probably took everything in this little kid's power, because I was the only one. To be like, yo, you gotta. This is because you could tell he tried cleaning things up. It was just.
Right.
So I was like, bro, just go get in the shower. We had a stand-up shower. I'm like, let's get in there. I don't know what the hell happened in here. It looked like something happened that he couldn't even control. I just remember his little watery eyes, like, Joe, and I'm just like, I won't tell nobody. He's like, thank you. And I told him the other night. He goes, man, I don't remember that. I was like, yeah, it was pretty brutal. It was probably one of the most frightening things that ever happened to me. Because I didn't get the build.
It's just that you can try. As a parent, we would be. You helped him. It was good that he came across you, because you just helped clean him up.
Yeah.
As a parent, we would have been trying to get to the bottom of how the fuck did this happen. What happened to you? How did your asshole explode in the room? Let us know how the asshole exploded. Because do we have to take you to the doctor? Because you may need a doctor's appointment if your asshole exploded like this.
Yeah, no, I did tell his mother that the asshole exploded on the walls and the ceiling, and it looked like somebody put him on a pedestal in the middle of the room,
and
his asshole exploded while spinning. You were just like,
yeah,
I don't even know. I just can't even fathom how this is all over the place. Because if he wasn't crying, you would think, oh, this kid was just playing with it, throwing it.
Right.
Fucking around. But he was so mortified. You're like,
right.
I should have. Yeah, you're right. I should have questioned him then. He doesn't even remember that day happening.
Right.
I was equally as mortified, but I You know, it was one of those days where I was proud of myself that I pulled through because I'm a weak stomach dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one time I was what?
It's funny. Me neither. I smell poop. I look at vomit. I want to yak, right? Yeah. But when the time comes for you to help someone you love, for some reason, it doesn't affect you. Yeah, I mean, like it just doesn't.
You just do it. Well, like one time I was changing my niece Taylor, like I was babysitting her, and I could always, she goes to hide behind the couch. You're like, oh, that's what just happened. Okay.
Yeah, that's what my daughter used to do that.
And then because at first she didn't even. I remember that day it was kind of funny because I went to babysit her, and and she's crying when I get there, and she's like, her mother's like, honey, I'll be back. Uncle Joe's is watching you. She goes, I don't want JoJo. That's what she called me. I'm like, it's going to be a great day. And then, so then she warms up to me. Then she shits herself. So I got to do what I got to do. Because it's like, it was almost like she was saving it for mom to leave. Like,
yeah.
Like, can you know what I mean? Like, because it wasn't like, wow, she's almost home. I can do this. We can just push through. Mommy, she said she's around the block.
Well, maybe that's why she didn't want mom to leave. She's like, I don't know, man. I got shit happening in my stomach right now. I don't think you should go.
Think of that. Yeah, she probably she probably was brewing a good sausage up there and was like,
yeah, and she's like, man, mom, I don't know if this is a good time.
Yeah, so she does it. I bring her. I get all the shit out, and man, I open it, and it was it was like getting punched by Francis Ngannou in the face. Like, I was just like, ooh, just uppercut, man. Mike Tyson punch out. Like, it was just, I've never blasted back so far. And then it was so bad that I took tissues that were there, and I made big balls and shoved it up my nose. I had just big tissue balls, and I'm wiping her down. And she's looking at me. She goes, Uncle Joe, but why? Why? And I'm just like, I don't even know how to explain this to you. You're so little.
How old was she? Like 2?
Yeah, little, man. Diapers and shit. Yeah. I don't know, you know?
Yeah, well, I know diapers were there, but
yeah,
it's not 6.
No, she wasn't 6. She was, I don't know.
Like 2. Like that's
2,
like that
3,
old?
Yeah, 2, yeah, little. Well, girl.
Like 2, and she's not 3, man. She was already out of diapers.
All right, 2 then. 2.
Yeah. She probably had little pull-ups at 3.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't go back after that day. That was my last time. I was like, these logs are just too big for me. I can't be. This ain't working for me. This ain't worth the no money I'm getting for this. I don't know, but anyway, but that was a bonding moment. But what I say is, back to my original thing, that thing with Justin, that was a bonding moment between me and him when he was a little boy. I felt we brought us closer together. Cause
shit will do that.
Shit will do that. Shit brings you together. And that's that. Stepdaddy's Day. Stepdad's Day should be like the next day. Should be like Monday. Monday should be Stepdad Day.
Like half a day. Like
half a day.
Like half a day on Monday.
Yeah. Just the next day. We'll get the whole day. Just the next day. It's a work day. It's not like a great day. It's like
yeah.
Still gotta work.
Right.
Stepdad Day. Gotta come up with Stepdad Day.
Honestly, it's that Father's Day should be like Wednesdays and every other weekend. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like most fathers who are broken up with their kids, it's like Wednesday and every other Sunday. It's like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stepdad Day should be every day. It's like, I'm with your kid all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Brian said, what a shitty conversation. That's right, Brian. Very shitty. Probably lost some listeners. Be like, oh, they're talking about shit. I'm gagging.
Man, you can't gag over baby shit. Or little 7-year-old shit. Adult shit is different.
Adult shit. People that do that for a living, like people that clean people in hospitals and shit. You got the, I don't even know like how to. You have the biggest heart in the world. Like you're just such a special person.
Yeah.
Or your options are so limited for whatever reason that you're like, I got to do this.
Way to spin that. Way to spin that from sainthood to you didn't go to school, did you?
No, I'm just thinking you're trying to get your green card. Like you're not from this country. Like this is what we're giving you. It's always foreigners doing it. Could you picture an American born and bred person being like, I clean shit?
Like in Jot, that's it? Like not a nurse? You're talking like an orderly?
Yeah, no, I think nurses only clean shit like when they have to. I think they have other people to do that.
Orderlies.
That was a good movie
right.
in the 80s with the Fat Boys.
The Fat Boys?
Yeah.
Wasn't that good?
I mean, for the time at my age, it was hilarious. It probably doesn't hold up.
It didn't hold up 3 weeks after it was released. I mean, I love the Fat Boys, but...
So what'd you do for Father's Day?
Another thing. I went out last night, bro. I went out, like, in the real world last night, so, like, I'm still fucking flying high on just being out.
Out there in the maskless Pennsylvania yonder?
So, I walked in, and James looked at me like, come on, man, don't fucking be like this. Like, he was not... Like, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, you fucking morons? That's how I said, like, out loud. Like, the whole restaurant, no one had a mask. I get that you're in a bar in a restaurant, but where is your mask? I don't even see your masks. And the fucking 2 to 3 people working at the bar, no gloves, no masks. That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand that either.
And the fucking bar was 15 by 30. That's how big it was. And there was one, when we walked in, there was 1, 2, 6 girls, 7 girls. So you had 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 patrons, 17 patrons, and 3 workers. So you had 20 people in this 15 by 30 space.
I guess Pennsylvania's got different rules for the restaurants.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck because it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing, bro. And so I was talking to one guy. He's like, yeah, the town next to us got really hit. It was a hot spot because all the people who live over there, they work in Philly and New York. But in this Jim Thorpe, nowhere fuckville, these people don't, I guess, care because they don't go anywhere. We stay in our cute little town. We walk up and down our cute little block, and we, wait for the train to come back. And we don't go anywhere else because we got nothing going on. We just sit in this fucking town and talk shit about everybody else in the world.
Yeah, man. I saw some disturbing stats on a show today. It's fucking...
What kind of...
They were showing, like, they matched us up with England, I guess, because we have, like, kind of similar populations or whatever.
Okay.
How their line came down. Like our curve in Jersey and New York is down, but the overall in the U.S. is staying steady and high.
Right.
And this guy said, we've already got past the comparing it with the flu because flu season ends. So this one hasn't ended yet. So they go, do you think there's going to be a second wave? He goes, I don't think. He goes, based off what I see in the stats, he goes, I don't think it'll be waves. He thinks it's just going to be steady.
Right.
Like not going away.
You can't have a second spike if you're still in the middle of the first spike.
Right. That's what he was saying. That's exactly what he said.
The first wave. Right?
Yeah. Because not everybody shut down at once.
So I saw we were talking about earlier, me and you were talking about, the whole Trump rally and everything like that. And if you're a Trump fan and you're going to be angry with me, I no longer give a fuck. I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck.
People
I don't
care. People can have thoughts on things. It's not a personal attack on you as a person. People can have thoughts on politics, okay? It's not about you. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to calm the fuck down when they're arguing on social media. Let people post what they want and shut the fuck up. You put your propaganda out and everybody else can.
I saw Patty Rossball put that same picture you had up.
Yeah.
And she said, this was her quote, man, these Republican Trump rally goers are really good at social distancing. It's a joke. right?
Yeah.
Immediately, people just like on you. Walt has to come on. Fucking Walt, man. He has to come on the thing and say, come on, Pat, come on. First you said that, they shouldn't have the rally, then no one goes. Which one do you want to have? You can't have them both. What do you want there, Patty? Like, so let me get this straight, just so maybe we're all clear on the same page. The fucking MAGA Trump men and women that will stand up for anything in this country bought into the liberal pussy media's fucking mask wearing and stay home agenda. They bought into that fucking lie. So your free thinking, smart Trump voters bought the fucking liberal lie and stayed home? That what you're saying happened? That's the spin you're putting on this, you motherfucker. That's the spin you're trying to put on this. That you guys who said this isn't real, COVID's bullshit, the liberal media is just wanting to put that out there so no one goes to the rally. Your Trump supporters decided not to, and now that's the spin. It's a positive spin because they were smart. Go fuck yourself, you garbage motherfucker. You're garbage. Anybody who argues this way and doesn't want to give any and zigzags for every fucking thing and never can go, yeah, man, it is kind of fucked up, can never do that, you're a garbage human because you don't want to see it because you have to be right and you hate so much hate in your fucking heart that you have to say, no, fuck you, you're wrong. It's hate. It's not love and it's not growth. It's hate. It's hate that makes people so reluctant to see anybody else's other points of view. It's hate. It's not, it's not knowing what you know. It's hate in your fucking soul. If you can't see that maybe this is wrong. If you can't see that and you're not willing to go, nah, you make a good point. Yeah, really. You can't do that? You can't say, hey, you make a good point.
Yeah.
Someone came to me, we were talking yesterday, and the guy was just saying, Trump, that, you got to say that Trump, I'm okay with Trump doing this, this, and this. I was like, okay, man, that's the things. You're a normal person. You're saying the things that Trump has done that you appreciate. You're not telling me that I should appreciate him, which I loved. He didn't say that I was dumb for not appreciating it. He just said this is the things he appreciates, and these are the things he really doesn't like about Trump. He was able to do both, and I was all on board with his conversation. Because he was able to do both. He was like, these are the things he does. These are the things I hate that he does. I cannot believe he did this stuff. And he didn't say, you fucking libtard, you should know this is what he did. It was good. Like, he didn't do any of that. He just was like, this is what I feel. And I was like, yeah, cool, man. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate this conversation.
Yeah, what happened to civility, man? Just people. Mm-mm. Yeah, I actually had someone say to me today, like, what if you shouldn't post about politics because what if certain bookers won't book you anymore because of your politics? I go, well, first off, I don't do politics on stage, so they should only be booking me off of my act.
Right.
And if you're the type of person that would do that to someone, then I think you're a garbage person. That's exactly just as crazy as if people don't come to your club because of your personal politics.
Right.
You'd be like, why? You know what I mean? It's just business. You know what I mean? And I told the guy that there's another comic that said this to me, and I'm like, I don't want to believe people are like that, but I choose to believe people would not do that. But if you're telling me you believe people will do that, I think that's an awful human being. You know what I mean? That if you just like, I could see if I was like some piece of shit spreading like whatever, like being a dick about politics. Right. But you telling me I can express my thoughts on something, and because they don't align with yours, we won't work together? Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of here. That's like me going.
I know that book you.
What?
I know a few bookers that wouldn't book you if they feel the way they feel, and I'm sure, and I'm not, and I don't know a lot of bookers, so I can't speak for everybody, but I'm sure there's guys on the left, bookers on the left, that if you're like a Nick DiPaolo, they're not interested.
Yeah, but the difference with that is he does politics on stage and does. I don't do that. I talk about life. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
If you don't book, listen, I totally agree with that. Like, if I was booking a convention and there's some comic, he could be funny, but if he's like this divisive guy that needs to do these crazy subjects, it'd be like, these people aren't here for that. They just want to have a good time. You know what I mean? That's why I can't book you here, because
yeah, you don't fit.
It's not about that. This is like a celebration. Right. It's like inviting a guy like that to a fundraiser. It's like, these people just want to raise money for the softball team. They don't. Yeah, they don't need hard politics now.
They don't want to. They don't want to think about how the Holocaust may be different if this happened.
Yeah, I did a fundraiser for teachers. It was all teachers, and it was a great gig. But one person ate it because he starts off with a Holocaust joke, and not even a great one. Like I always say, like if you're gonna go Holocaust, the shit's got to be like so funny,
like fire.
And you at least I feel need to be Jewish, at least partly. Like,
no,
you know what
I
mean? Your mom has to be at least. You need to be like a mom half Jewish, or something.
Yes.
And he didn't recover. They didn't care what he said after that. And I'm just like, all I'm thinking is like, what in your brain looked at this environment and said, This is what I'm going to lead with. Not even like, let me kill for a half hour, get them to love me. And then try to work this in. And then they'll love me because I'm doing a cute little Holocaust joke at the end.
Right.
Just out of the gate.
I don't know if anybody's ever said cute Holocaust.
No, I'm just saying, though. It's like, read the room, bro.
Right.
That's like going to like a battered woman's shelter comedy show fundraiser, and it's like, so I'm smashing my broad. Because she wasn't listening. I'm just kidding. It's just an opener. Just
an opener. I'm just saying, so you need to know how to make eggs eventually.
Yeah, I did that because you guys did a thing.
Yeah, because you're raising money for the thing.
John Sanchez says, political discussions have gotten so bad, I stay out of it all. Well, that's what John, I try to, John, and sometimes I just want to have a thought, and it just turns into something it wasn't. And that's usually when you see me delete it, or sometimes like BJ laughs at me because he'll see me post and then I'll delete it before it even gets any response. He goes, "What happened?" Send me a private message. That was quick. I was like, because I just felt better, because like this morning I posted. But I have a rule. I try to have a rule. You can read social media, but don't post till after coffee. Like, get your sleep out of you. Don't. Those first thoughts may not be good. And I didn't do that today. I just saw the picture. I was like, boom, did it. And then I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I haven't put anything up. I did want to put up that thing I just said. Like, so let me get this straight. You hard-nosed Trump supporters who don't buy a fucking thing the liberal media tells them decided to stay home because of COVID that you don't believe in, and you bought into the liberal media hype? Really? Tulsa, Oklahoma? They bought into it? Really?
Yeah. John says, and then what?
And then it's, once you answer that, once you respond with a logical explanation to what their point is, goes away, it's a new point. Like, hey, you know what, though? This video of Antifa. It's like, no, there's no other video of Antifa. Nope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The 100 million, the $1 million, the million TikTokers, they took all the reservations. No, because I'll tell you right now, last year's Trump support, like Trump rallies, nobody would have been able to stop them.
No.
60,000 people coming, 150,000 people are coming. There's a line out the door. There's a parking lot full of flags waving. So partly probably because maybe the people were smart enough to go, you know what? I'm not going there. I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
That's not the whole answer. Sorry, it's not the whole answer. Not if you fucking Trump supporters are telling me you buy into the liberal media's hype that they're bullshit, then you can't be buying into it as well. You can't do both.
No.
You can't say it's fake news but I'm going to listen to it. No, sorry.
No. John Sanchez says, "Happy Father's Day, gentlemen." Happy Father's Day to you too,
Thank
John.
you, man. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, he said thoughts are fine. It's interpretations that get you. Well, I see what you're saying, but like my problem, I am not a political science major, so I just interpret things how they filter through my body. You know what I mean?
That's the thing it's supposed to do. You're supposed to take it and then give your feeling towards it, and then because my feeling and my interpretation isn't your interpretation, I'm wrong. What makes you not wrong?
Well, my whole thing is like, all right, we're friends on Facebook. I post a thought. I post a political thought. If you don't agree with it, there's a lot I don't agree with. I just pass by. I don't engage.
I don't say one thing.
Like,
I don't engage.
You don't need to engage. I mean, if I'm calling you out on your post, you can engage, but you don't need to call me out.
100%. Like, I don't engage in ones that I agree with. The only ones I do, I'll like ones I agree with, but I don't comment at all with my point of view on even the ones I agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get involved when someone who doesn't agree with this guy comes on and puts their fucking stupid thoughts in, and I get caught up in that. I'm good. So if someone posts something I think is funny or I think is like makes a good point, I'll like it, and then I move on. And I don't post anything political because I can't even put a joke. I can't even put something that is as simple as Trump supporters. If you don't buy into the hype of the liberal media, you can't tell me that's why they didn't show up at the television. You cannot use both. I cannot put that there because I'm going to get 1,700 fucking comments on why I'm wrong and why the thoughts I just had are wrong.
Yeah. Or when they go stick to comedy, it's like, stick to comedy, stick to whoever the fuck you do. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even say that. It's just I don't understand. And then it's funny. Someone that was on the post, I was private messaging because I consider him a friend from childhood, and I told him, I was like, listen, dude, I go, you know that if me and you were just in person having some food, it wouldn't go back and forth like that.
Right.
It's this way of the internet that it just makes it like you can just say shit and, you know.
Right.
So if you because I said I'll tell you in person all the things I don't like about Trump, but what I like about doing that in person is because there ain't these other people chiming in, taking us off track.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can have a civil discussion. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I said, and then second, I go, did you buy my album? He goes, no. I'm like, then how can you fucking tell me to stick to comedy? I put out an album. You didn't even fucking buy it.
Yeah, right.
At least support me that way. Jesus Christ. You want me to stick to comedy? Fucking buy my album. It's fucking $9.99. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Then you can tell me. You know what I mean?
But it's the same thing, you know, like with that what woman said about, you know, LeBron, Kate, you know, dribble the ball and shut up, like dribble the ball, like just keep dribbling. No, you don't get a say, right? You don't get a say. I had a guy. They saw me on Last Comic Stand, and they came to Reno when I was there. Him and his wife. They were fans, and I never put anything political up, but I do talk here. I don't need to put anything up. You want to come at me right now? Come at me. Come in my DMs. Bring your fucking bullshit. Come face to face and tell me everything you believe, and I'll tell you everything I believe. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I don't post because I don't need your fucking. You copied a link from fucking Trump's fucking ballsack.com, and I'm supposed to buy it. That's a credible source. I'm good. I don't need your links. I don't need a picture of some fucking black guy, a video of a black guy telling white people they're wrong. I don't need any of it. I don't need it. So I don't post anything. So some guy came on. I don't know. It wasn't even a political post. It was like a joke, like a TikTok video maybe or something. It was like, I think, me like the Bumblebee, you know, or a Tiger King joke. And he came on. He's like, used to be really funny till you started talking about politics. Now, the post wasn't about politics. And all I said was, hey, go fuck yourself and beat it. Delete me.
And why do you
why
do you like somebody that fucking much? What the fuck's happened to us as a people? That we support a fucking president that I've never liked the president that much. Never in my fucking life. Where I felt the need to defend them constantly. Who gives a shit? They don't care about you. None of them. George Carlin said it years ago. They don't give a fuck about you. So stop acting like you're a soldier for these fucking assholes. You know what I mean? Like, how could you like fight with your friends over some entity that don't give a fuck about you?
Right.
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Most likely, he doesn't like that I talk shit about the whole fucking everything that's going on. He don't like it. So now he looks at me like, oh, you're like that? That's how you are? Now you're not even funny anymore. So the jokes are no longer funny. It's because you don't like me. So if you don't like me, don't leave a fucking comment telling me how my jokes aren't good because you don't like me anymore. So there's a delete, but I always say, I usually say this. I'll go, do me a favor, whoever I'm responding to, do me a favor. Somewhere on your Facebook page, there's a delete button, like to unfriend me. Can you go ahead and click that real quick? Save me some time.
Yeah, just unfollow. That's what I do. If you don't want to see anything, just fucking. If you don't think I'm funny, why are you fucking friending me, motherfucker?
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. You're not my friend. You know me from television. Get the fuck out of here then.
Yeah, it's like when people go on my other page, like the fan page. Like I remember the last election, some guy called me a jerk off. It's like, you follow me. Get out of here. You saw me the show. You liked it. You follow me. Right. And you want to call me a jerk off? Get the fuck out of here. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. You know what I mean? To judge people, oh my, I can't. Everyone's so fucking sensitive about their little leader. Oh my God. Don't shit. And then they're like, oh, what do you like, Biden? No, I don't like anybody. How about that?
Yeah.
But he's fucking holed up in some fucking nursing home somewhere not talking to the public, so I can't make fun of him right now. You know what I mean? They're keeping him under lock and key like fucking Weekend at Bernie's. They're going to shuffle him out one day to poorly read a speech off a teleprompter. And then we're going to make fun of him too. And then I made fun of him recently, and like the last time he spoke, I made fun of him. Then I had the liberals coming after. Oh, what are you, a Trump supporter? No. Listen, man, how come I can't have thoughts on both sides? Like, why if I make fun of this motherfucker, I like that motherfucker? Like, it's like the stupidest thing ever. Oh, but if you're contributing to Trump winning. Somebody said, I wish I had that much power. Are you kidding me? If I had that much fucking power to influence people, don't you think my shows would be full? Get the fuck out of here, man.
I can't hawk my CD.
What?
I can't hawk my CD.
I can't get you guys to buy my CD. I'm gonna get you guys to vote for somebody. Exactly. My CD sales, I'm gonna gold, platinum. I'm gonna go styrofoam probably by the end of the year. Fucking yeah. I want to make. I don't like anybody, and I think that's what we got. I don't know. I thought there was a time when like everyone kind of hated politicians and everyone made fun of politicians.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like,
you know what, I will tell you this though. I will tell you, and what happened was, and this is bottom line, because even during the Obama administration, people made fun of him. I don't do political jokes, and I liked Obama as a person, so it was hard for him to make me not like him. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't following everything he did. I didn't know fucking what he was doing.
But you weren't his cheerleader.
I wasn't his cheerleader. I wasn't writing a song. I didn't wear a hat with his name on it. I didn't fucking yell at people who didn't like him. That's for sure. Yeah. I never was like, you don't fucking Obama. You got Obama to 2020. I don't do that just because I think that hurts your feelings. No, it's just gross. However, I'm sorry, and I've said this to you before. I don't care if anybody is offended right now, and I'm not talking to them. Trump is a piece of garbage human being, and he's not a politician. That's why you fucknuts voted for him, because he was somebody different, not a politician. He's not a politician, and what he's doing is not normal, man. He is not normal. So he's not like bunched in with all the other, phony politicians, because he's so different that when you make fun of, and I'm not saying either one because I don't do these jokes anyhow, but when you make fun of Biden, I'm just picking him because that's who we were talking about. If you make fun of Biden, it's like you're normalizing Trump as he's the equal to, well, they're both crazy. It's like, no. This is a different kind of shitbag. And it is. And he is. And there's no way around it. I'll tell you right now, if anybody who's a Trump supporter knew that fucking mook as a regular dude, you wouldn't hang out with that punk. He's a bitch. No one would hang out with that crazy motherfucker if all he's doing is like, you see what they said about me? They were talking about me. I'm going to take 15 minutes and tell them how they were wrong for talking about. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine if every time Obama or Bush, let's go Bush, forget Obama. Can you imagine every time Bush stepped to a podium and all he did was defend how people were talking about him? Do you know how much we shit on Bush? How many people? I mean, the nation hated him for getting us in the war, right?
Yeah.
Hated Bush, okay? Republicans and Democrats were like, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine every time he stepped in front of the microphone, he defended that and got, like, offended, like, about how they made fun of him or they talked about him or how Saturday Night Live did a sketch about him? He never did. You know why? Because he still did the job, and he always, even though I hated him, I never once felt like he wasn't, like, didn't have my back. I felt like if I went to Bush and was like, you suck as a human, he would still be like, all right, what can I do to help you as a politician, though? I felt that. Even though he might not do nothing because he's a politician, but I never felt like, well, I didn't vote for him, so I guess he doesn't like me. You know what I'm saying?
This us versus them mentality that I hate about it. Yeah. It's just this, I don't know, man. It's just disturbing to me, man, because I don't know, hopeless. Man. Because when I hang out, I mean, it's like, that's my whole thing. It's like you hang out with your friends socially. It's just a different thing. You know what I mean? Right. I never in my life hanging out with people or meeting new people even ask them what the fuck they believe politically.
Not supposed to, actually.
You know what I mean? Just tell me about your life. Tell me about your family. Tell me what your hobbies are. You know what I mean?
I'll figure out what you are as a person.
Right.
Hanging out with you, I don't know you own a Trump banner in front of your house, which is insane, or you have like a Trump shirt and hat and fucking tattoo. If I don't know any of those things about you and I'm talking to you and you're just me and you share a lot of like, you know, same experiences and life, and we have life goals, like I'm never even going to think about that part of you.
Right. And you're not that person you probably are on social media.
Right.
I always say that too. Like, there's so many people that I classify the people. I like them. I don't like Facebook them. Like, people say, "Hey, you like so and so?" Yeah, I like him in person. I don't like him online.
I don't like his social media.
Yeah, there's a few people I don't like online. Crazy political people, and then people that blow smoke up their own ass. Or frauds. When people, yeah. Just total frauds. Just like, we know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, and you have no friends in your life telling you that you're being a disgusting, self-congratulatory douchebag.
It's like Joe Post. Hey man, I'm gonna be at Wisecrackers this weekend. On front of me, dude. I love that club. Tell him I said hi. Get the fuck out of this post, you dumb retard. Like, what are you doing? Everyone here sees what you're doing. There's two things you're doing right now. One, you're trying to get booked again at that place. So you're hoping they see the post, right?
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, you're trying to let everyone know you too work clubs. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
I'm getting to hate social media so much, man. I wish it wasn't a necessary evil for our business, for podcasting.
I really wish they just unplug it, pull the plug on social media. And I was talking. I don't know if I talked to you about this, and we were talking. I don't think I did talk to you about this. Now, I think it was I thought I had like a really brilliant idea, and probably not that brilliant, but I felt like I was brilliant when I came up with it. But I was with regards to Chris D'Elia and the Joey Coco and the Jeff Ross and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's out on social media. Someone puts it out, people reshare it, and people tag it and pile on. And it's social justice. This person's guilty. And even if he's never guilty, and even if it comes back that it never happened, he's never going to clean his name up, right?
Right.
Now, before social media, news outlets, television and newspapers, if they posted a story that was wrong, you can sue them, their company, and everybody for defamation.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
and then that so news reporters were very cautious on what they put out there because they didn't want to be sued. So stories very rarely what got out about someone doing something falsely. Usually stories that came out in the newspapers years ago or on the news, that motherfucker's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Social media, there should be something written in our laws that social media platforms and the people who post on social media platforms can be held liable for resharing, for favoriting, for fucking tweeting out, for posting links that are false about someone else, about someone's person, that destroys their jobs, gets them fired, that kind of shit. And it turns out to be
I'm pretty sure you can get in a lot of trouble for posting false things about a person. Like if I was to go and do bullshit about you and get you in trouble.
Wait, let me finish the point.
Okay.
If you did it, Joe Fernandes went on Twitter and said Mike Gaffney robbed $100 from me, he's a criminal. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I should be able to find that and sue you.
Yeah.
The problem is, what about the 50,000 other people who retweet what you tweeted, okay? Spread the lies, make a blog about what you said because it's off of your words, okay? Make a blog about it, make a video about it, do a podcast about it, and now it's out there. Mike Gaffney robbed $100, and it goes all through the fucking globe. And you got people going, you know what? One time I was missing 100. I bet you Gaffney stole 100 from me too. And now it's tagged, and it just goes. And who do I hold accountable for? You? You're going to be able to make up for all of that that's out there right now? No. So we should be able to hold accountable whoever is sharing false information. It's on you, bro. You shared a link because you thought it was real. Well, that's on you, motherfucker. Maybe it'll make people go.
Yeah, they don't want it. That's a Pandora's box they don't ever want to open.
Why?
I just think it'd be impossible to do all that, and I mean, listen. The reason here's the thing: what newspapers fucked themselves because newspapers were very schmarmy, and they're still schmarmy, right?
But they were
they would print false news and then do it a redaction, but it would be in the back page buried.
How it worked? I know how it worked, but I can sue that entity, and really, truthfully, only 3 or 4 outlets would be able to expose that story, and you could sue them, and then that becomes a story, and everyone covers that story because you're suing them for defamation, and it becomes a story.
Yeah.
How many people, like just regular guys, like Chris D'Elia, the 10 store, now their story, like Joey Coco, people just sharing bullshit. Now people are trying
Joey
to share
Coco
good
thing.
stuff.
I don't understand at all because I feel like he was just on a podcast fucking.
I know, but I'm saying those things are like they get piled on and piled on and piled on. And I believe if there was something in a social media, like when you sign up, like boom, a new thing, every fucking social media gets a thing, boom, and you got to sign off on it. If you share some information and you don't have evidence of that information you're sharing to be true, then you better not share it.
Yeah.
And maybe hold people accountable. Maybe make them think like, oh man, maybe you know what? Like for instance, when remember Jesse Smollett?
Yeah.
Remember that story?
Yeah.
So I know the story. It happened the moment it happened. Hours later, like some actress I follow tweeted about it. Right?
Yeah.
And I saw the story. I was like, oh, it's fucked up. And I shared that story. I was like, oh, this is fucked up. And it wasn't even about the Trump thing. It was about him being gay and getting beat up. I didn't even look at the Trump part. I just thought it was fucked up. So I shared it. And then I found out, the next day that it was all horse shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I deleted that retweet. It was only one retweet. I deleted that. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm never doing that again. Because I just took this innocent little story. I thought it was something. And then, remember that little fucking midget kid that fucking Brad Williams was like, remember it's like that whole thing that the people were making fun of him, bullying him.
Yeah.
And it comes to find out maybe that it wasn't real.
Right.
The moment I saw that, I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I know I ain't fucking sharing no heartfelt fucking thoughts for this because I don't be doing that. I don't want to spread lies and bullshit.
No.
So, but a lot of people in the world aren't that conscious. And with social media, your name, I can go on right now and tweet about you, and it's over for you, Joe.
I know it's a weird. Frankie Alcock commented, "I love Trump," and that's cool, Frankie. And I don't.
Who?
He's in the chat. Frankie Alcock.
My fucking the chat room just closed up on me.
Okay. Anyway, but that's cool, Frankie, and I don't mind. But you can still be friends with people that don't, and people can have differences of opinion. That's the whole thing. But as far as like that sort of, it's weird because the internet justice is good in a way. It has helped people.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like anything, like if it gets the ball rolling to help people,
Right.
There was one I didn't share it, but there was a woman comic from Jersey who decided in all this to share her experience with another Jersey comic.
Right.
About him being creepy to her.
Right.
Now,
okay.
I've heard in the past from people that he's lifted jokes, maybe from me, like a joke or something, and lift jokes from people. I don't want to put his name out there. I'll tell you afterwards.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I don't want you. I got to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to cut the podcast off.
Okay, so I'll just go solo until you get back.
Yeah. So pause that story. Go solo for a minute.
Pause the story. Go solo. Okay, guys, it's just me, solo podcasting now. So anybody in the chat want to ask me any questions because we're trying to kill time until Mike Gaffney gets back. Questions, people. Questions in the chat. Hit me up with anything and I'll answer it. We got 4 people in there. Maybe 3. It's a successful night here in the All in Our Heads podcast. Nothing? There we go. Improv. Well, you can't improv myself. See, this is why you need a co-host, because doing solo podcasts actually sucks. You know what I mean? John Sanchez, do you think we'll have NFL this year? That's what I should ask you in the chat. I don't think we're going to have NFL this year. See, this is why I don't do a solo podcast. I got nothing, people. Nothing. 0. You know what we'll do? I'll give a commercial for my CD. Here we go. Look at that, people. Let's see. There we go. It's available now on all platforms. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Tidal. Available at Amazon. It's $9.99 if you buy it. The link is at joefernandez.net. If you can't buy it because times are tough, please go to anywhere where you listen to your audio and give it a listen. And if you listen to it on a streaming service for free, all I ask is that you give it a review. Give it, 4 or 5 stars, preferably 5 because you love me. Save me a CD. John, I got a CD for you. I actually just got a bunch of CDs printed up. I didn't think people still wanted CDs. But actually, when I released the album, people came to me and said, when can I get a CD? So that I printed them out. So they should be here in July. Michael Tierney, you got it? Great. Thank you so much, Michael. Man, I look forward to coming back to Tierney's Tavern. I actually wrote a short screenplay that I think Tierney's Tavern would be the perfect backdrop for. So as soon as we're back to normal, I'm going to hit you guys up about coming upstairs to your upstairs bar and filming this, what I think is a good sketch. So that's that. So yeah, thank you. Please buy the album, and that's that. I'm actually going back out into the real world tomorrow, out of quarantine. Give me a COVID version CD. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, hold up. Mike is back. Thank God. Bad at doing solo podcasting. I'm bad at. Well, Liz, if I was prepared to solo podcast, I would have topics lined out and things I wanted. Like me and you just go straight. Like what's going on, and we just improv it. If I was to do a solo podcast, I'd have a piece of paper, 10 things. And then once I'm done with that, I could sign off. But I did a long extended commercial for my CD.
I'm sorry, there was like no way I was going to make it through that, and I didn't want to end like, oh, I got to pee, bye. Like,
yeah. No, that's cool.
So go ahead. We were talking about.
Oh, okay. So this comic, I don't want to name him,
right?
I heard someone told me he did a joke of mine or two. Mm-hmm. He's basically open mic level. Maybe does some paid gigs.
Right, but not much.
Not much. So I just didn't pay it any mind. You know what I mean? You're just like I took these people's word for it because I saw him do other people's material when I've seen him perform. So I didn't think I was like, of course he probably lifted something from mine, you know. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm not putting my energy out for joke thieves because I don't work with the guy anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then this girl said about she got off. So it was like they were working together. She got off stage and he hit on her basically. It's like their first time working together. He hit on her, but like in a creepy way. She has like tattoos, and he was like, "I like your tattoos. You want to play Where's Waldo?" And she goes, "No." And he goes, "Oh, I think you're taking it the wrong way." She's like, "Yeah, I'm not." Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, first off, you're like, have you like, hey, creepo, like you would never treat a colleague in any other business like that.
Right.
Especially on the first day, like even if you say you're hitting on somebody.
Right.
Your first time you're in a place of work. She was just working.
Right. She's not here to hang out with you.
She's not here to hang out with you. You know nothing about her. You're going to say shit like that. So
Right.
She put that story, and I liked it. So I just went and commented. I go, "Oh, I thought he would have just been canceled because he's a joke thief and does other people's jokes, but now this solidifies it."
Yeah, right.
And then someone else is like, "Oh, you can, I didn't think you were going to jump in on that." I'm like, "Well, I only jumped in because I believed he stole jokes."
Right.
She's a friend of mine, and I believe her story.
Right.
I'm not actively going out. Like I said, even when I knew he was a joke thief, I'm not actively going out trying to hurt this guy's career.
Right.
Like obviously the word is out, so I don't need to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like now, if we were living in that world you said, say it was fake news that he stole my jokes, and and she made this up, then I'd be liable. I don't know. I think that's a weird world to live in because you know what I mean. Like
what I'm saying is
social media.
Why you would be like if you took her story, and just started spreading it out there, resharing it, re-putting it out there. Yo, check this story out. But you only have one person's word.
Yeah.
Right? So now I want to sue that one person who, for defamation of character. But what about the 80 other people who reshared her story? Do I get to sue them too? Because they're just as guilty.
No, it does suck. It does suck. That's the bad part of it. Yeah, if it's not true, but when it is true, it's great.
Right, but and I get it that it is great and it's a great tool to have to hold people accountable, but I also think it's just scary because
it is.
Anybody can just say anything. I'm not saying for me. I'm not saying scary. I'm just saying like it's just so broad. Anybody can say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause that's the weird thing is like you can ruin someone's life professionally, and they may have not even done anything wrong legally.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like for instance, the Crystalia thing, right? So the Crystalia, I don't know what evidence there is with the girl seeing, like what evidence is that the one any of those girls were underage. But like I think there was one story where the girl was underage, and then a bunch of other people saying, I was 19, I was 20, I was 18, and he fucked me over, and it's just like started piling up, and he was a womanizer. So we could say,
womanizing is not against the law.
Exactly. So he unequivocally was a womanizer, but he still should be able to get a job. even if he was having sex with women, and just leaving them hanging and not calling them and being a fucking scumbag. You could say he's a scumbag, but does that mean that's it for him? I don't know, man. It's just too much of like public opinion rules. It's just too much of that.
Yeah, it's so it is. It's so weird because there's no like one size fits all answer. That's the problem. There's a lot of nuance to it because it's like like I was actually having a conversation with KP today, and I'm like, I'm just like like sometimes like you'll see people say like a woman shares her experience of being whatever, some bad experience with a guy,
right,
and not even on social media, just say like in life. And a lot of times people will say that know the person, hey, I know him, he's always been good to me.
Right.
So but it's like, yeah, but that don't mean he wasn't bad this time.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I tried equating it to like if it was someone like in your family, like a daughter or a niece. It's like if my niece came to me and said some guy was creep to her, I don't care if you got 20 people that he was nice to. It don't apply.
Right.
It doesn't make me feel better about what she believes he did. It's,
correct.
You know what I mean? It's like
right.
And listen, man, I've been in comedy 16 years. There's fucking degenerates and creeps in comedy, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen it a million times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When a girl tells me a story, I tend to believe her.
Right.
Especially when they're specific of people you're like, oh, I can totally see that happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I know female comics who, like, told me like guys like took them being really nice the wrong way.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, yeah.
And you're just like, dude, not every girl that's nice to you wants to bang you.
That's why I always when it came to comedy, in the world of comedy, if you're a girl in the world of comedy, I really try to not think of you like that. I just do. Because here's the thing. I've said this before. When I'm going up at a club and I'm on a lineup with 5 other people, and one of them's a girl I think is attractive, she's not at the club and in the green room to hang out with me. She came to go on stage and tell jokes. That's the only reason why we're in the same room together. We do not hang out. I do not know her like that. She does not call me and go, what are you doing, boo? You want to get some pasta? We're not like that. She's at the fucking club working. Why do I think that we're more than just comics on the same stage?
Yeah, I don't get that either. It's like, you're working. Yeah, if you're out after one night and you're fucking kicking it and whatever.
Different story,
but like,
right. I
don't know. But yeah, I saw that today where someone put somebody on blast, and I kind of agree with it. When I normally don't, but it's
right.
You gotta. I don't know, man. It must be so tough being. I guess that's not even true. It's not tough being a single guy. I guess it's tough being a single creep, because.
Yeah. I mean, it's not tough being a single guy if you're a normal person.
I mean, yeah, because like, if you're a normal person.
I talked to. I was with Vic DiPatello last night, just like hanging out at that theater, and we were talking about like what the fuck were we just saying? Oh, how I don't put myself in those situations at all. So I remember two years ago, or a year and a half ago, I was at Brad's room in Vegas, and there was these 2 blonde broads from Ohio, and they were there for a real estate convention. So they were at the show, and they loved me, because why wouldn't they, Joe?
I mean, come on.
Has that not been established?
It's established. You know what I mean?
So they wanted to go out. They wanted me to come out there. All their other people that were in for this real estate convention were going to like a hookah bowling lounge. She goes, come with us. We're going to smoke hookah. We're going to bowl. So I had my bag full of my CDs, my notebook, my fucking stuff. And I got to go back to my room, which is about a mile away from the club. So I said, I'm going to go to my room, drop my stuff off, and I'll meet you guys. There was like a lounge bar in the casino, which was still another mile back. I'm like, so I'll come back. So I get to my room, put my stuff down, had to go to the bathroom, and my phone, they text me. Hey, we're down in that lobby. You weren't lying. Your room is really far away from where we were. We're down in your lobby. Can we just come? We'll just come up. I was like, all right, just come up. So they come up. My brain goes to porn fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Two attractive blondes coming up to my room. I'm gonna put that. We got a hot tub. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they actually they came back. They had 3 drinks. They brought me a vodka and cranberry. They didn't know I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So, so they came in my room, and I was like, yeah, I don't drink. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't drink. And we hung out. And we hung out for like a half hour, and just talking, just shooting the shit about Ohio. And I was like, I'm sorry, Detroit. They were from Detroit. And I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing with these broads in my room? Like, they could just right now leave and say he brought us to his room and try to fuck us.
Yeah.
Or there might have been something in that fucking drink that they were trying not to fuck me or rob me.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I'm like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm like, yeah, you guys go to the hookah lounge. I'm not going to go. And they're like, yeah, we don't think we're going to go either. It's getting late, because they stay for about 45 minutes. And I was like, let's wrap it up. I'm like, I can't have these 2 women in my room. So I made an effort. I went out the door with them. Like, I didn't just let them leave leave my room. I went out the room and I hugged them out in the hallway. So like the surveillance cameras can see. I hugged them. I was like,
crazy.
Great. Yeah. Yeah, I did all of that. I was like, great, good guys. Look, you give me a call. Maybe if you're still around this weekend, we can hang out again. And they were like laughing and joking. So like, if anything, it's like, oh, we took advantage of you in there, but out here we're lovey-dovey. Like, I don't even know what I can cover myself with, but that's what went through my brain. And I was like, yeah, you're not coming in my room. Nobody needs to come in my room.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking like go out with fucking contracts and shit. Be like, are you coming to my room willingly?
Yes.
Signs
But still
say
doesn't
to the
mean
video
nothing.
camera right there. I just need.
It still doesn't mean anything.
Still trying to collect evidence. Then they'll be like, he made me do it.
No, or they'll say, or they can easily. Even it can legitimately. They can sign that and they get in the room. You're like, now get undressed. Like, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, too bad. You're in my room. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's no way of covering that up. I was very conscious of how vulnerable that situation was. And I was like, nah, I got to end this.
Always go with that gut feeling. There's always that gut feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, this is wrong, man. This is whack. Especially because that rarely happens on the road, too.
Right. Super rarely.
I remember one time early on, Reverend Bob Levy had a club down in like Levittown, PA, Levy's Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And
he
asked me to come down. It was he was hosting. He was big on Stern then. He goes, I'm going to host, and you go up, then Gino Bisconte is going to close. So the place was fucking sold out. Howard Stern fans. It was like Bob Levy was ultra famous then. I have a picture. The backdrop was his big head. It was like
right.
So whatever. I do like 10, 15 minutes on the show. Got a room for the weekend. I was like, Kerry came down. So after the show, we're in the hotel bar. Just parties going, girls just making out, man, like waitresses, just like this crazy scene. And she's like, is this what happens on the road? I go, never. I swear to you, it's normally me with a pizza in my room. Yeah. Of course, the weekend you come, it's a fucking Caligula orgy in the hotel bar. Like... Of all weekends for you to come. It's normally me in my hotel room regretting choices.
Have you ever done Allentown Wisecrackers when they did the, have you ever done that room?
I'm trying to, I think I did Scranton Wisecrackers.
Well, Allentown, they moved out of this hotel that they've been in for years, but the hotel, like once a month, had a swingers meet up. So the hotel is usually rented out by swingers.
Yeah.
And the comedy club would get, some of them, but not all of them. And they'd be in the bar next door. But at night, all the hotel doors were like wide open, like people just in and out.
Mm-hmm.
But they were kind of people that you didn't want to swing with. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Very rarely. Then swingers convention are never like what you see when you on Pornhub.
No, especially not in Allentown. Like you're not like if you tell me there's a swingers meet up in like the meatpacking district of Manhattan, you'd be like, give me some classy looking broads there.
Absolutely, yeah. But Allentown.
But if you tell me Allentown, PA, I'd be like, I gotta lower my expectations.
But I've had it where women have been like, like just they're looking at you, flirting with you, thinking you're a part of the crew. Like I'm like, no.
Yeah. No.
Even on a swingers weekend, I'm like staying in my room, lock the door, give me some Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give me some Reese's. How do you party? Well, after the Reese's, I.
In Vegas, it's even worse because I'll go back. I mean, it's Vegas, bro. I mean, like every corner of the building is just hot people grinding up on each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every place you look, there's just boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Just fucking full blown, just hot girls and hot dudes, just no shirts, a lot of abs. And I go up to my room, and I put I get in the hot tub. Like I only do it like once or twice for the 7 days. And I'll sit in the hot tub and I'll put my tablet on and watch a movie in the hot tub. That's my living it up.
That's your Tony Montana fucking hot tub moment.
Yeah.
Who put this thing together? Me. That's who. Who do I trust? Me. Fucking the comedians flipping out in there. Just instead of Coke, you have just Reese's on the fucking thing. Who the fuck you talking to, huh? This fucking girl's a cream puff over here. Give me my fucking stick, man.
And Brad Garrett's room has all the candy. So I would throw all the candy in the back of your bag, and then you go up and on the bed of this hotel, like on the foot of the bed, there's a little ottoman at the foot of the bed, and there's this, I guess like a TV tray, like a tray that you could bring on the bed and eat in bed. So it's a wooden, and so usually the remote control's in there when you get to the hotel. So I take that tray, I dump all my candy out of the bag onto that tray, and it's just I'm laying in the bed with my tray of candy next to me, just
living it out. I miss the road, man. You know what? I miss having a sad pizza on the other fucking full-size bed or queen bed while I'm watching a movie on my bed. I miss that so much, dude. Fucking just, there's just the things that I used to bitch about on the road. I can't wait to be back on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of don't mind having to go back to the studio tomorrow, doing some editing and shooting some TV shows, because it's I almost want a routine again.
Right.
You miss the routine. I like the people that work in the studio, like my coworkers, my colleagues. I miss fucking shooting the shit with them. I almost just want to live life just so I can come up with material. I'm sitting there, I'm writing these sketches for my writing group every week, and it's cool because it's just you don't. It's not for nothing, so you're not being too ultra critical with yourself. You're just writing. Just writing is an exercise, but it's I'm trying to think of stand up, and I'm like, that part of my brain's just becoming an atrophy. I need to experience dumb people in public, fucking people annoying me,
No, absolutely. You gotta have a dumb experience, an annoying experience.
Yeah, exactly. Even if my first joke's back is going to be all about fucking this shit, it's but at least it'll be some genuine experience and not just telling you that I lived at home for 4 months.
Yeah, like everyone else did.
Like everyone else did,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like quarantine COVID jokes. I mean, comedians, are you actually going to go, unless you're going to tell your personal experience of how you struggled with certain things? What are you going to do? You wrote a joke about a mask? I mean, there's a bazillion memes that are being generated by masks. You're going to sit in front of a comedy audience and do a joke about a mask?
Here's the whole weird thing about it, because here's the whole thing that every comic's going to, because all right, nobody wants to talk about COVID and quarantine. It's like I don't think comedians have ever had a time when everyone's having the same shared experience with no personal life growth happening at the same time.
Right.
And it's almost like if you say a year later is when you really start going on the road, it's like I don't think some of your old jokes are going to feel genuine to you no more because the whole world is different.
Right, true. Yes,
You know what I
I
mean?
would say
Like,
some of that, yeah.
like-
But you're talking about your experiences. They don't change. I mean, maybe if you're a observation comic and being like, fucking lines at, Starbucks crazy, or like, then maybe not. That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was on the subway today and it was filthy. No, it's not. They clean it every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might not work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
like
interested.
piss.
I can't wait to start being in clubs regularly and just start seeing what people are doing. Like,
Right.
I'm itching for that. Like, even if
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
on the shows, I want to be at comedy clubs, like watching comics
Right.
do their shit. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
because it's like the one art where you have to work it out in the public.
Yeah.
So it's going to be so
Absolutely.
interesting to see everybody kind of come back and.
But I just want if you had a personal, if you want to talk about how you dealt with quarantine and how this affected you, yeah, I want to hear that. I definitely want to hear that. But I don't want to hear, a joke about the mask or a joke about watching television or getting fat during quarantine. It's like, man, you got to be more original. There's regular people who have the same jokes, not comics. Regular everyday schmoes are posting jokes about getting fat. You know what I mean? Not knowing what day it is, wearing a mask, washing your hands. Everyone's doing that. Not even creative people. Not doing it well. But if you get up there, your topic is hacky already because the world is talking about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to tell me, like, during this quarantine, I can't believe, and you have some interesting, like, insight into your mind and how you were dealing with it, that could be really funny.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're just going to talk about all the physical parts of being in quarantine, it's like everyone has done it, man. I'm sorry. It's been done before even quarantine is lifted. These jokes have been done. If you've been anywhere near social media, there's been 67,000 memes about washing hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how many?
No, it's a good time now for if you're ever a comic that like thought about writing a one-man show, like something that a theater director helps you develop. Like
Right.
you have your one-man show idea and you try to make it into something. Now's the time to develop that because you could develop that with this director in isolation.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
And get it ready for small audiences, which is what you want to do to work it.
Absolutely.
And probably come out of it once things start going with a great one-man show, if that's something anyone's ever wanted to do. I think it's the perfect time for that because you don't feel like you're losing ground by going into clubs. You're not like you're taking break.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm just putting it out there for any comics that may listen to this. And I think I just had that thought the other day. I'm like, if I had a one-man show idea, it'd probably be a good time to develop it. But I don't.
I think I have two things I want to write. I really want to write, and like you were giving me those writing exercises, and I did a few of them, and then I have like 3, stockpiled up that I haven't written on, and I'm like, I should write those out just to write the exercise out, just to get the exercise out, because I really do want to sit down and write. Like I have two or three ideas for film and for like a dark comedy show, like a series. Like a short series, though. I want to do it I want to write a series as like Ricky Gervais and like that crew does, where it's like you write it, it's over in 3 fucking seasons. That was the point.
Yeah.
Not something that you're dragging out. Oh, that main character got married, now he's divorced. Oh, he has a kid. Oh, there's a new guy. His cousin moved into town. Like, not that. You know what I mean? Here's a couple of guys. Here's 3 or 4 main characters. We're going to do their story arc for 3 seasons, and then we're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not trying to drag this out like 20 seasons of fucking, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Right.
I mean?
Yeah, I got to send you the one I wrote today.
What was Tuesday's?
It was a conundrum. That was the writing prompt for this week.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll shoot you the one. pretty good.
Oh, yeah, please.
I don't know. Conundrum's a tough word because it's like such a weird thing to write about.
Well, not really. It's just like a pickle. I'm in a pickle. Like a conundrum is what? Like just as
well,
like
it's a problem with no easy answer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like when you investigate the word, it's not like sometimes like when I was thinking, it was like, oh, I have this tough choice to make, but I'm going to make this one because it's better. It's not even. It's more complicated than that. It's like either choice sucks ass for some reason.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
You're in quite the conundrum. Yeah.
So,
you have to use the word conundrum, or it just has to be
it just
the situation?
be just a conundrum. You can use the words a conundrum. You know.
Okay.
John Sanchez says, as long as Rick has Carl on the show, it's gold.
Who?
I guess you're talking about Ricky Gervais.
No, Walking Dead, Rick and Carl. I mean, that's the only thing.
Oh, well, is that Walking Dead, John, you're talking about?
Rick Grimes and Carl, his son. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but nobody liked Carl.
I know.
No one ever said, wow, Carl's on. This is gold.
No, everybody's like, I hope a zombie eats him.
Yeah.
That's all everybody said. I hope a zombie eats him. Take your father's hat off.
That show jumped the shark. Fuck that show. I can't believe it's still on.
Yeah.
Fucking garbage.
I know.
Anywho, we're at an hour and a half. We're gonna wrap this up.
Right.
I'm gonna go shave my head. And
all right, bro.
All right. I got what?
You got work in the morning?
Yeah. Back to traffic. Back to the studio. What are you gonna do? I'm grateful to be able to make some money in this
there you go.
uncertain times. So anyway, come back Wednesday. We'll be back live, everybody. Thanks for contributing to the chat. We appreciate it. Please subscribe on any audio platform. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to All in Our Heads. This never goes when I hit the button. What the fuck?